Hey everybody, welcome to Impossible Coin. It may feel like the end of our E3 coverage, but it's really just the beginning. Even though this is our third day of press conference coverage, this is actually the day the convention opens. No shit. So, obviously things will happen tomorrow and happen Thursday, and when the three of us sit down at the end of the week, we will round up the other news of the convention, and we'll talk a little bit about the PC gaming show and all the stuff that gets revealed, today and tomorrow and Thursday. So, expect for our hot takes on the TurboGrafx Mini on our next E3 news episode, which we'll record later in the week. As it is today, our central business is definitely Nintendo, but I wanted to call out two things that I wanted to address immediately. One is a piece of good news, one is a piece of bad news.
Start with the bad news.
Bad news. Microsoft announced a batch of titles for backwards compatibility and said these will be the last backwards compatible titles added to the Xbox One.
Oh.
The silver lining, the reason they said that, is they said that at this point the backwards compatibility team isn't shutting down. What they're going to move on to doing is making sure that every game that currently runs on Xbox One will run on the Project Scarlet hardware the day it hits stores.
Oh, very nice. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so
Cool.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah. So they are transitioning, onto the back compat work for the next generation.
Already.
Yes. But what that means is that fucking Lollipop Chainsaw is not getting added to backwards compatibility. The dream is dead. Please play your bagpipes. Brian is inconsolable.
Why? I saw you posted a thing where you just ordered an Xbox 360 on Lollipop Chainsaw.
No, that was performative Amazon shopping carts. The order did not actually happen. Just put the stuff in the cart, to be like, look, we need this. We need this. I don't want another box underneath my television, Tegan.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. The next thing that goes under the TV is going to replace the thing under the TV. That's one of the reasons why the Stadia is so attractive, is it doesn't put another box underneath my TV.
It puts a box inside your computer, which is already a box. A box in a box. Boxception, if you will.
It's a hypothetical box.
A hypothetical box.
Yeah.
A Schrodinger's box.
Yeah. So I guess you could call it maybe bad news with a pretty positive upside. Sure, nothing else is being added to back compat anymore for Xbox One, but the library of backwards compatible Xbox 360 games is already north of 800 titles and over 50 original Xbox titles. And so now the entire Xbox One catalog, all of those 360 titles and all those original Xbox titles will work on Scarlet on launch day, and that's pretty good. I'm going to like being able to just turn on that console and have my library there. The unequivocally good news that is not Nintendo related that came out of E3 today is Dr. Disrespect got banned from Twitch.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
You guys hear about this?
Why'd he get banned from Twitch, Brian?
Tegan?
No, I already know. I already know. Why'd he get banned from Twitch, Brian?
Oh, you're setting me up.
Yeah, I am.
Why, thank you for allowing me to play T-Ball.
You're welcome.
Dr. Dipshit decided to stream from inside of the men's bathroom.
What a fucking idiot.
What a fucking man-child. Good job, idiot.
Wait, so, is it because he was on the can?
No,
he wasn't even in a stall. He, walks into the bathroom, and he shouts, "Bodyguard!" And then in saunters his paid cameraman. And there's, people in there who are trying to use the chitois. People who are in there trying to do their business, including children. So he's, filming all of these people in a public restroom without any kind of releases or consent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great work.
Yeah. And he just, film me pissing at this urinal. And then he went into the bathroom 2 more times. Like, so he's like, I'm not just committed to playing with fire once. Like, I want to do this bannable offense, like, multiple times. So, shout outs to Dr. Disrespect. Enjoy hell. I'm happy to see you go. Like,
Garbage man.
What a fucking garbage person.
Garbage man and a garbage can't.
Ugh. But that is not our main business today. Our main business today is Nintendo, everybody. Mm-hmm. So I just kind of want to, like, front load this, just so that way we can try and, like, keep it manageable. Tegan, Tegan Somerset from Ohio, could you do some amount of screaming right now, so that way we can have a more manageable conversation?
No.
Oh, shit.
No, I can't. But what I can do is, my main excited reaction, so that I can just get that part, like, out of the way.
There we go.
Is that alright?
That's fine.
Rocky, I very much apologize for what you were about to hear. Holy shit! Okay, I'm good.
Rocky Hardy, West Texas. Is there anything anything you need to get out of your system?
Nah, I'm cool.
Okay.
I think I just injured myself. Not my hands, believe it or not, my vocal cords.
It was kind of guttural.
It was good. I'm excited.
Whew. All right.
That excitement comes from the very core, the fibers of my being, that before now were only tentatively held together by strings of pure glucose.
So I kind of want to follow the same format we have for every other press conference, which is like work through stuff in order.
Okay, can we cover both Smash bits at the same time, though? Because it's all technically Smash? Or do we have to go entirely in order and cover Smash?
I kind of want to do it in order because there was some fuckery, and I think it was good fuckery.
It was fun fuckery.
Yes, and I think you know what I mean by fuckery. Like,
I do.
Yeah, like there was like 2 layers to the fuckery. There was like layer 1 and then layer 2 of the fuckery, and they were both good layers. It was some carny bullshit, 10 out of 10. So the first thing they did was to, like, lead by saying, like, hey guys, Dragon Quest in Super Smash Ultimate.
Which we already knew because it was data mined, like, literally 4 months ago.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was, like, layer 1 of the fuckery because everybody knew that there was going to be a Smash character announcement in this presentation. And I think that there was a measure of, like, oh, like...
That's it?
That's
okay.
it? Fuck it. Because, like, at that time, that was the only thing they had to say. And then they followed up by bringing out Doug Bowser in probably, I think, the best possible way they could have introduced him.
You mean by actually bringing out the best dad in all of the Nintendo franchises, Bowser? The Koopa King?
He had
in a fucking tie?
He had a tie.
He had a tie. He was ready for the PTA meeting that was going to be him taking over this
He
company.
was going for the snap. He had the hand up.
Yep.
They could have let him
did.
snap. That was actually, like, really fucked up.
You know, and it was like... And then when he, like, dejected King Bowser is, like, looking to leave, and they're like, no, not that way. That way.
The other direction. The direction you came back on? That way.
Yeah. And I was like, this is kind of fucking perfect. Like, I've always loved when Nintendo Directs are goofy and weird. You know, and there was definitely part of me that worried that, like, that they were gonna get less weird, and that they were gonna get less goofy. Mm-hmm. But they came at us full tilt with sad Bowser in a tie, and I was here for it.
He had all his spikes on, too. Like, he doesn't always wear all his spikes, and he wore all of them. Neck, upper shoulder, wrist, the whole thing.
Yep, the night
dress spikes on.
Yep, absolutely. It's a formal event. It's E3. Mm-hmm. You know, you bring all your spikes to E3. So, I thought that was really cute. It was a great way to introduce somebody who they want to be the new talking head for America. And I thought that was a good rollout because, Reggie was casting kind of a big shadow over this presentation, and I felt like this was them rising to the occasion.
Yeah. I think it was a good meet. Can I tell you guys a secret?
Have at it.
At this point, this is something I have to disclose, for personal reasons, not for, for personal hilarious Tegan, you're an idiot reasons. I actually missed the first time I was set up to watch the direct live, I missed the announcement for Smash, and I missed, this entire adorable interaction with Bowser and Mr. Bowser, and it's because I accidentally, when I was setting up my laptop, clicked on a video from last year's E3, which was the making of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I was just like, oh, neat. They're leading with Breath of the Wild. That's cool. And I missed. And then everybody was like, oh, wow, everybody's fucking here. And I was like, what are they talking about? And then I looked at the video title and was like, oh, shit, I'm not watching the presentation. Whoops.
Great work.
10 out of 10.
Top tier reporting. I feel like being honest with our audience is important.
I agree. Coming at them with them hard-hitting facts about...
Them hard-hitting true story of Tegan being a fucking idiot. Being like, oh, yeah, okay, this makes sense. I'll watch Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild stuff. Derp.
A lot of self-reflection there. A lot of solid stuff. Then they showed us Dragon Quest XI.
Mm-hmm.
And... I guess, once again... tried to convince all those people who already have it to buy it again, and all those people who were waiting for the Switch that it was worth the wait. Rocky is a guy who already has Dragon Quest XI and has already played Dragon Quest XI. Are you gonna dip again? You gonna double dip?
No, I'm not gonna do that at all.
No dose dip for you?
Not at all.
Tegan.
Yeah.
You have never dipped.
No, I've never dipped.
Are you thinking about dipping?
I am tempted. When they were like, fast forward through battles, I was like, ooh, fast forward through battles. I can do that?
That would have been nice.
I'm going to be able to do that on the Switch, should I pick it up. Ooh. Fancy.
I think that fast forwarding through battles is like a huge selling point, and it's certainly a big-ass quality of life thing in, like, super long JRPGs. Kind of wish they hadn't, like, introduced it now and had made it available to everybody, because that really doesn't feel like new content. That just feels like user quality of life. But that's not a Nintendo thing. That's a Squeenix thing.
That is 100% a Squeenix thing. Silly Squeenix.
Yeah, it's like, come on, guys. Like, make your users' experiences the best possible experience they can be.
The first time.
Yep.
Then improve on them later.
Yep. Then they hit us with some Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, including showing off the fact that it has a dungeon building mode.
Yeah, and then you get to go in and challenge the dungeon you've built. Cute. Oh my god, and you get prizes that you can take back into the real world. Very cute. Can't wait. Oh my god, it looks so cute. Link, that's my son. That's my first Link. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I saw, like, later in the day they were doing some of the, like, play for it, and they'd started, like, your trade quest chain, whatever that is. What are those called? Just, I don't know.
Fetch quests?
Is it a fetch quest? Because I thought fetch was always go and come back, not like, I'm going to trade you this, and then you're going to give me something, and I'm going to trade it to someone else, and they'll give me something.
You know what? There is a different phrase for that.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. But anyway, they were showing off that part, and they had just done the first part, which is you give a Yoshi doll to a lady with a baby, and she gives you a bow back. And I was like, I remember what you do next! And then I rattled off the next 4 steps. And, like... My friends at work were just, like, looking at me like, are you okay? Why do you remember that much about this game? And I'm just like, that's my son. It looks so good. All the environments look super clean.
Yep.
Like, if they decide to remake more Game Boy Color Zeldas, like Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons, and maybe give us the Seeds of Courage too, and they look like this, Nintendo, I'll buy them all. I'm so excited.
I'm really taken with this art style. I think it's a really good look. It's very clean.
It's darling.
Yeah.
And they're making a little Link amiibo. And he looks so cute.
Yep.
He looks so cute. He looks so round. A good round boy. A circular boy. 2 beans stacked on top of each other.
I really thought that Link's Awakening Link was going to come to Smash. I'm surprised he didn't. But
I'm okay with him not coming to Smash, because we've already got 2 Links. Yeah, we got 3. Link, yeah. Wind Waker Link, Toon Link, Young Link, and Breath of the Wild Link. Yeah. We got enough Links. There's enough Links in Smash. Those are like some of the strong Links too, so we're good. We good.
Rocky, how did Link's Awakening leave you? How'd you feel about it?
I liked it a lot. There was a lot. I felt joyful. I saw the sky again. It was a good time. When Link's walking up to like the egg was like an especially like heartening moment for me. Everything looks really good. It kind of like takes that cartoony feel of like A Link Between Worlds, but also has like a tactile playhouse type of feel that Yoshi's Crafted World has. Like I felt like, 'cause I'm looking into a storybook and I could probably grab that egg if it was in front of me, but like instead I'm kind of just playing with miniatures without really using my hands, and that's really cool. I dig it a lot.
It's kind of like Polly Pocket or Lego. Yeah. Like it feels a little more like that, like you're playing in a playset.
Oh yeah, I definitely get that vibe. I'm way into the look. I think
also, for people who care, the color dungeon is going to be in the remake. You're going to still have access to the color dungeon.
Nice.
Yeah! Get you a tunic. A new tunic. Attack or defense. Pick your poison.
The next thing they showed was the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Tactics.
Yeah, I remember not feeling anything about that.
I don't know anything about the Dark Crystal series. Like, I know it was like a show and stuff, right?
It was a movie.
Yeah, that. Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a show.
Cool. Yeah, it was in that vein of like stuff that I'm sure like came out when I was a small child and should be part of my childhood, but I took one look at went, nightmare fuel. No thanks. Nightmare fuel.
Yeah, it kind of left me a little flat. I was like, I don't, when it comes to like the Henson stuff, like I'm a lot more nostalgic for Labyrinth than Dark Crystal. And so like when you say to me like, it's Dark Crystal and tactics, I'm like, man, I don't know. Like, this is one of those things I look at and I go like, I'm pretty sure that there is a group of people who are like super stoked for this. And I'm happy for those people. I am not one of them. It does make me more curious though about like Netflix's presentation they're doing tomorrow at E3, which is going to be, I guess, weird. Because it occurs to me that like I know of at least 3 things they'll be talking about. They'll be talking more about this game. They'll be talking some about the Stranger Things game. And then they'll be talking about the Division movie. And I'm like, do we live in a world now where like we can expect regular Netflix E3 presentations, at least until like E3 dies? Like, that feels weird.
Also, I'm not sure E3 is going to die.
You know what? Rocky, put a pin in that thought, because when we get to the end of Nintendo and we're kind of like reflecting on E3 in a whole, That sounds like a good time to dig into that idea. So, put a pin in that, and let's commit to circling back to it as a discussion point.
It is notated.
Okay. Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah. Gooigi's Mansion? You mean Gooigi's Mansion? I love Gooigi. He's great. It's everything I want in a naming convention for a second player character. Everything. It's a pun. It's descriptive.
He don't like water.
He don't like water. He gonna wash down the
doors.
drain. He don't need to open doors. He can just slide through them bars.
Oh no.
That's a good boy right there. That's a good boy right there.
I'm pretty solid on it. Like, I've been all in on this series from the start. Like, when Nintendo decided to make a lulzy parody of the survival horror genre, I thought it was funny and cute then. It's still funny and cute now. Mm-hmm. So, put more
I widely second. I'm excited.
Yep.
I'm intrigued. I like the up to 8 player online tower climbing thing.
Yep.
So that's a lot, right?
Yeah.
I'm not tripping out. That's actually a lot.
8 people is a lot of people. You are not incorrect. But
to
also
clean,
we could
a skyscraper, maybe not a skyscraper.
We
it's
can
10 floors.
We can do it together though. We could do it, the 3 of us.
I'm on board.
This is also true.
Yeah. It occurred to me how well the aesthetic ages for this series. Because Luigi's Mansion does feel in its presentation like something that could easily be a series that was started now and nothing would feel terribly out of place visually. Like, the look for Professor Egad, I think, has aged really well. He still looks cool. I like the look of the ghosts. I think the thing has a whole solid feel. I think it is a good fall tentpole title. There have been times where they've said something like, "Hey guys, this is a tentpole," and I've been like, "I don't know if that's a tentpole," but I think I definitely feel like this is going to move a lot of copies. This feels like a good move. I felt so vindicated with the fucking collection of mana announcement. Because, man, last night when we were sitting there recapping, and I was like, and I thought they were going to do this. It felt natural. And I was like, yeah, well, apparently it was natural. It was just going to happen today.
Just gotta wait a minute.
Yeah, so...
Actually, that's kind of the feel of all of Nintendo's conference. It's just hey man, you just gotta wait a minute. Huh.
So the trials. Man, so not only are we getting what has commonly been known as Secret of Mana for years, now formerly titled Trials of Mana. Trials of Mana gonna have 2 versions: the original SNES game, the Super Famicom game, and a full-on ass remake, which is coming out next year. What the crazy fuck?
That is pretty dope. I'm really happy for them. The Secret of Mana fans, I mean.
Yeah. Trials of Mana looks interesting. I have Secret of Mana on the PlayStation. I've never taken the plastic off it.
This Trials of Mana remake looks a lot more ambitious and a lot less bare bones than that Secret of Mana remake for the PlayStation.
Yeah, for sure.
That Secret of Mana remake looked a lot like, hey guys, we're not going to put a lot of effort into this. We're just going to use this as a trial balloon to see if this is worth putting time and money into. And apparently the answer was yes. I kind of just wish they had done a survey but good on them. Like, I'm honestly thinking about picking this up. I like that.
Survey says, yes.
Yeah. That was a good, like, and this part's available today. Like, all right, cool. Then they told us that we were going to get to fuck on the back of a unicorn on our Switch.
Yeah, they did. Sometime this year, too.
Yeah.
I think I missed that reference.
Witcher 3, complete.
Oh, yeah. I was actually on the can for Witcher 3. I had to go.
I mean, that's fair.
Okay.
But yeah, you're going to get to Witcher 3 on your Switch. When Alex and I were watching, like, I was rewatching with him when he got home because he didn't get to see it, and he was like, they're going to allow Witcher 3 on Switch? And I was like, they allowed Doom on Switch. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah. I forgot about Doom.
Yeah, like, I don't know why this is always, like, a huge fucking surprise to people. Like, but as soon as
Call of Duty was on the Wii. I mean,
yeah, like as soon as there was an ESRB to act as a external third party to mete out ratings, Nintendo has been more than comfortable bringing the heavy shit to their platform. Like, Mortal Kombat 2 had all of the gory business on the Super Nintendo. Like, and it's not even like Nintendo themselves hasn't published M-rated games. You know, like, it's... I don't know, like, I don't know why they're still trapped by this, like, reputation of, like, exclusively being a children's company or, like, a toy company or a kiddie thing. But I definitely think that, like, as a platform, that there is, you know, a lot there for everybody of every age. And I think it's cool that a lot of people will now get to fuck on the back of a unicorn on their Switch.
I'm excited to get to fuck on the back of a unicorn on my Switch.
You gonna pick it up?
I mean, I've never played them before, so probably. I've seen Alex play Witcher, but, like, that's not the same. With a big story game like that, that's not the same. You know?
Yeah.
I want to romance my own lady.
Yep.
And then...
Hit me.
And then they threw the biggest conspiracy theory at us forever. That's a lie. There's a bigger one later. But then they're like, Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Yeah,
also, there's time travel?
That mixed me up.
Also, there's time travel. You have access to the past and the future? And, like, what? Excuse?
You know what's funny is, like, when they're running when they were running the Fire Emblem Three Houses trailer, and there's the bit where they're all like, let's all promise to meet back here in 5 years. Mm-hmm. Have you guys ever seen Wet Hot American Summer?
I'm aware of Wet Hot
No.
American Summer.
Okay.
I've never heard of it, but it sounds like a movie that's probably shot in Florida.
So Wet Hot American Summer is like a incredibly funny movie. Is
it really funny, or is it mostly boy humor?
Oh no, it's fucking hysterical.
Okay.
So like the main characters are all camp counselors at a summer camp. In like the Catskills. And so they're all sitting around near the beginning of the movie, and they're all like, let's agree to meet up here 10 years from now and see what we grew up to be like. Like, well, can we set it for 10? Because what if I have something earlier? Like, well, you can't be selfish. We can all have things. Let's set it for 9. Like, well, let's set it for 9 and then aim to show up at 9:30. Like, no, let's set it for 9 and then all keep our commitments. And so, like, when they roll into this scene about, like, let's all agree to meet up here 5 years from now, I'm like, Jesus Christ, this honestly feels like the whole way the scene is framed, it felt like this, like, gigantic accidental Wet Hot American Summer riff. Like, it had me giggling. I knew they didn't intend for it to have me giggling. It was a good giggling. Good on them. I thought that it looked real pretty. I think I actually care about this game. I've been wanting to find like an entry point into the series for a while that like I could actually get into, and I've tried a couple times and haven't really been able to find a good onboarding spot. This feels like it might be it. Are you guys stoked? Is this a game y'all care about?
I don't know.
What's holding you back from being sure, Tegan?
Okay, I guess my main problem with, like, not being sure is that there's so much other stuff on this list in particular that I want to play. Mm-hmm. That I don't know if it's, like, one of those I'll get to it eventually sort of things, or it'll just stay on my list of, like, oh yeah, that's a thing I should check out.
I get that.
You know?
Sure. Yeah.
So that's why I don't want to, like, commit.
Okay. I can see that. I mean, this presentation was chock full of stuff.
So much stuff.
Yeah, like, a lot. And, you know, and to be fair, like, coming up, there's a couple major beats that do totally have my attention. Mm-hmm. Because right after they showed this, they're like, hey, everybody, check it out. You remember how Travis Strikes Again was not really No More Heroes 3? Well, guess what?
Now we got No More Heroes 3.
Now we have No More
Well, they
Heroes
said,
3.
like, in Travis Strikes Back that No More Heroes 3 was coming in 2020. I think they're just living up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then from out of fucking nowhere, Panzer Dragoon. What
You
the
missed
fuck
one.
is this?
You missed one.
What'd I miss?
You missed Demon Ex Machina.
No, that came later.
No, it came right before Panzer Dragoon.
Oh, I got them out of order?
Yeah, they slid Demon Ex Machina, like, right in, and then went Panzer Dragoon right afterwards. Because the problem was they showed the Demon Ex Machina name before the trailer instead of after it, like, literally everything else.
Okay. So, Demon Ex Machina, or as I like to call it, Jet Mech Radio.
Yeah, Jet Mech Radio! Okay, I'm glad we had a similar thought on that one.
Yeah. You know, a lot like the Dark Crystal game, I am sure there is an audience for this game.
I don't know who it is.
And it could be that I'm just old and joyless. But I don't
think you're old and joyless. I just think, like, there are other things on here that are just tooting your horn harder.
Yeah. I just looked at this and I'm like, man, there was a time when I would have been all over this. That time is no longer now.
That's okay, though.
Rocky, what feels did this thing give you?
Machina looks good. It does feel like a game for a younger me. I played the demo, and I had fun doing it. I'm just not sure if it's, like, urgent. Like, I'll get to it when I get to it, I guess.
Yeah, it was more than just about any other game that they showed. This really was the fucking Danny Glover game, and then I looked at it and I'm like, I'm just getting too old for this shit. So, everybody out there looking forward to it. Hope you have fun. Panzer Dragoon made me feel old in a good way. Because I was like, oh my god. Like, Sega Saturn nostalgia? Like, I feel so catered to. I really hope that game doesn't suck. Because if that game sucks, there could be some angry nerds.
Panzer Dragoon does not have my number, but I think that's more because when it first started, like the trailer first started, I thought maybe for a half second that it was actually going to be Scalebound.
Yeah, same.
And then when I realized it wasn't, I was like, ah. So I think that's more like my fault than anything else.
It's weird because, like, it's not like there wasn't an insignificant amount of Microsoft on this show. Mm-hmm. There was at least 3 different instances of Microsoft collaboration on this show. I think that we were all hoping for more, whether it be like Scalebound or news about Xbox Game Pass. It seemed like we could see, like, it was very clearly like the relationship was on display, like in full effect. Like, I guess this is just kind of a good moment to, like, we'll talk about in the context of the presentation later, but just to say, like, okay, like, Banjo and Kazooie were here, Minecraft Dungeons was announced, and Super Lucky's Tale is getting ported. So, like, yep. 3 different things that required Microsoft collaboration happened on the show. Which means, obviously, the relationship is there. Obviously, the relationship is active.
Wait, does Doom not?
Doom's not Microsoft. Doom's Bethesda.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just assumed. I assumed, and that made me look like an ass.
But, like, we had these instances of Microsoft collaboration. I think we just wanted more.
I'm excited for more.
Yeah. Yeah. Seeing what we did, definitely, there was enough there to let us know that it's not a one-off. If it had just been Banjo, that could have been like, well, this was just a little bit of delicate negotiations, but there was the other stuff too. Mm-hmm. And you're like, okay, now this shit's real.
They've been talking.
Yeah. I will stay tuned. The next thing on the show was the Resident Evil 5 and 6 available demo, or the Resident Evil 5 and 6 coming soon trailer, which I thought was hilarious because it's this, like, over-the-top live-action vignette which shows these people, like, going into this spooky house to, like, play Resident Evil.
The spooky house looks like the house in Resident Evil 7.
Actually.
Yeah, like, they're going into the Resident Evil 7 house to play earlier Resident Evils.
And, like, the Resident Evil that they even spend most of their time playing is, like, fucking Resident Evil 1. Not even the ones which are, like, the whole point of this trailer. They're like, please to look at the one with the mansion, Resident Evil 1. So, the thing I thought was funny, was it the guy or the girl that went, damn, in the
girl. It was the girl.
Yeah, I was like, lol, we got damn going on in this here Nintendo Direct.
Swear. They let them swear on the Direct.
Yep.
Nintendo let Pikachu say fuck.
Or
hell. They let him say hell.
Pikachu is not fucked.
Pikachu's gonna say fuck. No. Give it time. Pikachu gonna say fuck.
Then we got the announcement of a game that looks pretty bad, but I'm somehow interested anyway because I'm a loser. Contra Rogue Core.
Yeah, I saw them doing that.
They kept on showing all those, like, ridiculous, like, character designs. And I'm like, all these character designs are, like, bad in the right way. Like, every one of these characters looks so fucking stupid. And I like them all. And I couldn't tell if, like, the idea is that, like, different levels will have different camera perspectives, or if you're able to pick where you want the camera when you play this game. Did either of you get a sense for that?
No idea.
No, I didn't really feel that.
Yeah. It's one or the other. Either there's, like, different camera positions for different levels, or you're able to move the camera in and out. I don't know. Like, it definitely looked very low rent, very low dollar. But I can shoot a bunch of shit and be a panda, which means I can be bad. You know, like, I could be nature's worst animal and kill things. Like, that's...
With a big old Gatling gun.
Yeah, it's real appealing. Then they kind of dug into Pokemon Sword and Shield, introducing, like, another gym leader, some Pokeball Plus features. They were
Please pause.
Yeah,
Please
we need
pause
to
a
talk
moment.
about Nessa.
Rocky?
It's important.
This
is great.
Yeah, Rocky has Nessa.
She's very good.
Is she good?
And all the Twitter honeys are going to cosplay her. So, like, shout-outs to me. I went twice. A little bit more than twice. But, like, whatever. I'm really excited.
I went twice. Well, more than twice.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I'm real excited. And, you know, outside of that, like, they showed a couple Pokemon today, but it was, like, in the treehouse stuff, which I don't think we're talking about yet. So, I guess we'll just leave it alone.
We'll probably talk about it in our weekend recap,
yeah.
I assume. Right? Or do you want to go into treehouse stuff today?
Well, I mean, I think that, like, it feels very on topic today. So if there's treehouse stuff you guys want to pound,
there's a pink demon monkey. There's a pink demon monkey. It's a dark fairy type.
Intense.
That's a demon.
Also, there's a Corgimon. It's a Corgi.
There's a Corgimon,
And he's electric
he's got a heart
type. He has a
on his
little
butt.
Thunderbolt tail. It's a Thunderbolt tail Corgi. It's so good.
Cute. Oh God, what a good dog. What a good dog. Also, who the fuck in that trailer decided to Dynamax Scorbunny in the water gym, you absolute idiot. You buffoon. You foolish human. Why would you do that? That Pokemon that she Dynamaxed was water rock type. That's got double advantage against you, you absolute idiot. You absolute idiot. 4 times the damage, you fucking idiot. God. No wonder you're a 10-year-old and you're just getting your Pokemon, or 14, or whatever. You're just getting your first Pokemon. You suck. Jesus.
Tegan.
We're gonna roast the children. We're roasting them. They're bad and they need to know. Don't put a fire type against a water type, you idiots.
Tegan's gonna body all the 10-year-olds.
God. Put an oil type. No, wait.
Tegan's gonna body all the 10-year-olds.
Huh?
They're gonna show up as like, I can beat you at Pokemon.
I am gonna body every 10-year-old. They're gonna be like, I know so much about Pokemon. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah? And then I'm gonna come at them. I've got how many gym badges at this point? Christ. I have all the gym badges. I'm the top trainer in every region.
That sounds like the beginning of like a copy pasta, like the one with the Navy SEAL or whatever. I have 56 confirmed badges.
Is.
Like, oh man. Okay, we're cool. We were only supposed to talk about that, so we're good.
Anyway.
So, all right. So, I guess Sword and Shield, second gym leader, Pokeball Plus features. I feel like everybody's already on board with this game.
It's mainline.
I think this is a good moment to contrast this year's Direct to last year's E3 Direct. I feel like people like me were very hurt after last year's Direct, where we showed up to what we thought was going to be a general E3 Direct, and instead we're treated to an in-depth discussion of different sound effects in Smash. And I feel like there's some universe, there's another timeline where fucking Donald Glover went to get the pizza and then comes back and they just spent 40 minutes talking about like different combinations of Pokemon and Sword and Shield, and then at the end had a 30-second sizzle reel of indie games. Like I definitely thought this moment like okay, Nintendo has learned a lot more about making sure to set expectations appropriately for what will be the anticipated content of a Direct, and knows that this is the one Direct a year where they will have the largest viewership. And so because it is the one which will have the biggest viewership, it needs to be the one with the most diverse content. This is the, hey guys, we got a shit ton of games Direct.
Hey so, guys, we heard you liked video games, so
right.
We put a few of them on our system.
Yes.
Maybe you should check them out.
Right. And because I have, like, I know that one of the things that I said last year and I was wrong about, and I'm happy to acknowledge when I'm wrong, is I said I didn't feel like Smash could carry the holiday for Nintendo. And then it did. And I just have to wonder how many more consoles or pieces of software they could have moved if they had talked about other available products at E3 last year. Because I'm pretty sure that all those people who bought Smash would have bought Smash even if they didn't spend, 40 minutes talking about varying sound effects in Smash last year. I thought those people were already all in on Smash. They did not need to be sold on, subtle costume differences and sound effect differences. They were in. But no sour grapes. They figured it out. That was not this fucking presentation. This presentation was heads and shoulders above last year's presentation. Much, much better. It just felt like a good moment to call it out because obviously Pokemon Sword and Shield is their major holiday tentpole title. Mm-hmm. And they did not just spend the whole fucking show on it. So good on them. Do you guys have anything else on Sword and Shield?
I'm still ready. My body is still ready for Sword and Shield.
Rocky?
I'm gonna absolutely destroy the undefeated champion in 2 minutes.
I mean, I'm
Can't
gonna
wait.
play it.
Let me at him.
That's where I'm at. It's Pokemon. That's what I'm gonna do.
Next up, they advised us that we're going to be able to looks like test for semen in a tactics game. Old-timey gangsters, Empire of Sin.
I don't know if we're going to be testing for semen, but we will be, it looks like, spreading bullets like one would expect to spread semen, which is all over the place and in reckless abandon.
I'm real curious about what this game is gonna feel like, because looking at the historical history for Paradox Interactive, they've done a lot of really deep sims. They put out Stellaris to much effect, much praise. They've got Age of Wonders coming out in August with a lot of anticipation around it. They're doing the new Vampire the Masquerade Bloodline sequel, and they're describing Empire of Sin as a strategy game. And when they showed some brief shots of things that looked like gameplay, maps with tons of little tiny icons on them, it made me wonder, is this gonna be is this gonna be a move X many units or spaces and determine what the percentage chance is to hit that gangster over there? Is this?
I think it's more gonna be hey, you're a gangster, this is your block, make it profitable and kick the other guys out.
But how is combat going to be accomplished in this experience? Is it tactic style combat? Is this XCOM with hats? Because I could be into that. Yeah. Is this Mario plus Rabbids Goomba battle? Is this XCOM You'll Never Take Me Alive Copper? I think either way I'm kind of in. I like the idea of a tactics strategy gangster game that feels like something different, because it feels like a lot of times when people do tactics or strategy, they'll either go for a period piece set in a much older period, or they'll go for something which is high fantasy. So this feels like a different environment for a tactics style game. Did this appeal to anybody else, or was I all out here alone on this one?
I'm not interested the same way.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing somebody play this, but not actually playing it myself.
Okay.
This looks like one that I think will be interesting to watch, and I'm more interested in how what the main plotline story thing is than anything else.
Okay.
That music is good though.
Oh yeah, yeah. thought it had a good look too, like nice and clean. Then we got to see some Ultimate Alliance 3, which felt interesting because this was the first time that like we saw Ultimate Alliance 3 since we saw Square Enix show the Avengers. And now that I've had a little bit more time to think about the Square Enix presentation, I feel like overall the Square Enix presentation was like incredibly solid, super good. Like they just about killed it in almost every respect. I think that the only things they fucked up were two things. One, bringing the non-Weeb games to the Weeb show, and two, everything about Marvel's Avengers. Because like I look at this Ultimate Alliance 3 and I'm like, oh, okay, like I immediately want to fuck with this. Like there's no part of me that feels like they're trying to ape or emulate the style of the cinematic universe in this. Like it feels distinctly comic. And so like you're not immediately going like, where are my Chris's? Like you look at the faces and like at no point are you like feel like you're missing a Chris.
You're like, these is my comic books.
Yeah.
These is my comic books, and they're just all playing together in the same space.
Right. There's a moment in the trailer where you see Scarlet Witch, and Scarlet Witch is wearing her comic outfit. And I'm like, yeah, Scarlet Witch. She looks fucking cool.
Scarlet Witch, the one with the black hair and the double blades?
No, she's the one that was in love with Vision in the movies.
No, I know that. I'm asking what comic book outfit was Scarlet Witch supposed to look like?
Like witch lady. She doesn't have blades. Like she just fights with.
So who did I say? Right. So who had the swords
Elektra,
then?
maybe?
Who am I thinking about? Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that is who I'm thinking about.
So I think I feel like I'm definitely a lot more excited for this than I am the Square Enix project.
Yeah, I am more excited for this than the Square Enix project. I think part of the reason I'm more excited for this than for the Square Enix project is because I know what kind of game this is going to be, because they showed us like a little bit of at least simulated gameplay footage, but like I still have no idea what kind of game the Marvel Avengers game is.
Right. Oh, wait. Why, Tegan? You seem to be repeating one of my talking points from yesterday.
Yeah, I am. I am literally repeating one of your talking points, and I think that's like why I'm like, but I'm comparing it, I guess. I don't know. Like last night you said it was, I guess,
Yes, it was.
Was that last night?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Last night when you were like, yeah, I don't know what this game is, I was like, whatever, I don't care. But like, seeing it compared to literally another Marvel's Avengers one, I'm like, this is a problem now. I recognize this as a problem.
So context brought focus to my
clarity,
concerns.
yes.
Okay.
Context brought clarity.
Yeah. Where did you sit on this, Rocky?
I actually don't care about it. I like the other Avengers game better, even if I don't really know what it is.
That's fair. If the other Avengers game is more story-driven, sort of like a, I don't want to say that, though. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna say it. If it's more story-driven, like a Detroit Become Human or something, I think I'll be more interested in that one.
How it's gonna shake out is that, the Square Enix Avengers game is gonna be more action RPG, while, like, the Ultimate Alliance game is more, like, brawler.
Gotcha. I'm just happy they have the current Captain Marvel in it, like, from the comics, and the current Spider-Man.
Also,
they got some good kids in there, some good children.
In addition to Captain Marvel, saw some, it's Miss Marvel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The girl. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, like definitely saw like a whole shit ton of Marvel characters looking cool, and I was like, yeah, this is really serving a comics crowd, and it looks like it's serving them well. Like, these characters all look cool. Lots and lots of footage of you getting to do cool superhero shit, like using powers, and I'm like, all right. Like, you have made a case better than someone attempting to make the same case yesterday.
Yes.
Then I think they attacked everybody here.
You missed another game, Brian.
What'd I miss?
You missed Astral Chain.
Oh, fuck. See, this is what I get. Yes, Astral Chain, which I think is attacking at least 2/3 of us. Rocky...
It's only not attacking Rocky because he didn't fucking play Nier Automata.
But I watched the Playhouse footage, and it looks fun. Looks like a game that could be fun to play. But I'm not... It's not urgent on my list.
What would it need to do to be urgent on your list?
I feel like I need to see a bit more of, like, the combat. Because, like, I watched the Playhouse. The Playhouse looks cool. Like, I like the idea of, like, the tethered combat. And I like the investigative part of it. I don't really vibe with the aesthetic, which I think is the big deal. But the game is still, like, fun and whatnot. Like, I can see, like, that there's depth, that there's going to be really interesting things you'll be able to do as part of the play experience. I just don't know if I especially enjoy looking at it.
That's fair. Being able to look at it is very important.
I like the look. Like, but I'm also a real sucker for a lot of the visual choices that Platinum will make when they're working with original IP. So
I think I'm just a fan of Platinum now. I think I'm just a fan of Platinum now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Platinum's a good studio.
I think that's it. Yep. I think it's the first studio that I could be like, yeah, I like that. That I like it. That one mine.
Good stuff. Then came Animal Crossing.
No. Then came Cadence of Hyrule. You got 2 more games before Animal Crossing. How did you take your notes?
Poorly.
I didn't care about Cadence
Very
of Hyrule.
poorly.
I mean, it's cool.
You keep mixing it up.
It looks
Cadence of Hyrule is next. Comes out on
Thursday.
Freaking Friday. Tomorrow. Oh yeah, Thursday. Shit. I don't know what day of the week it is. I don't number.
pre-purchased.
Fuck.
I'm down. I'm all the way in. I'm gonna hit some stuff. Play some Zelda. Play some Link.
Heck yeah. Bop around. And then came a game none of us care about. I believe none of us care about. I'll preface that. Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo Olympic Games.
I could go for some Olympics. That could be cool.
Wait.
I like that they're adding more traditional games. What? Yes.
Wait.
Yeah.
Rocky, really?
I have fond memories of playing the Mario and Sonic series. I've played the previous, 2-3 installments. And I'd be interested in playing it again in a group setting. Yeah.
And this isn't just about Wario riding the horse in the last one?
This is like when you fucking told us that you were into the Barbie dress-up games, Brian, and we gave you shit about it because we couldn't believe that you actually liked them.
It feels similar to that.
You're doing the same thing to Rocky right now.
Okay, well, I'm a bad person, and I acknowledge that.
You're not a bad person. I'm just saying, that's the thing you don't believe, is that Rocky likes sports. A game with Sonic in it that happens to be a sports game.
I love the Olympics. And Mario and Sonic are cool, and I like both of those universes. And plus, fucking Peach kicks Tails in the face with a fire kick. That looks dope as fuck.
She does. And then Tails fucking kicks her ass. And knocks her halfway across the map.
Knuckles is skateboarding and shit.
Yoshi's skateboarding and shit. Knuckles v. Yoshi skateboard off, I believe, is the best. I do enjoy in the newest trailer, it was Mario was doing the equestrian event, and it was a hyper realistic horse, and then just Mario on top of it. I was just wow, that horse looks very. Why is Mario on it? Feels weird, man.
I feel that.
Yup.
And then
True.
It was Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Oh, man.
Thank fucking God.
That's me. That's me in the trailer. That's me. That's what I look like. That's what my character's gonna look like. That's me.
I do like that, that to solidify how scumbaggy Tom Nook can be is by, putting you on a fire festival, essentially. Just...
Yeah, and charging you 49,000 bells for it. Nice. Yep. I'm ready. There's some parts of this that are very interesting to me. For this part of the trailer in particular. Or the trailer. The entire direct is a trailer, let's be real. And that is at the very end, when they're getting ready to drop the title of the actual game. There are 8 player characters in there.
Yes.
There are 8 of them. Can I local play with 8 people? Or am I sharing one island with 8 people? Are these 8 people my friends, or are they randos on the internet? I have questions about these 8 people. Please. Please assist me, Nintendo. Also, if I can't wear that fucking shirt that says Forest on it, what is the goddamn point? Please. I want a pineapple dress and I want a shirt that says Forest on it.
I think they said
you said
that the 8 players was online.
Oh, cool. Okay. So we should all build an island together.
Yeah.
A good one.
I'm totally down for Animal Crossing Stardew Valley. That sounds dope.
Yes. I'm ready to pay 49,000 bells to sleep in a tent. I'm so ready. Nook, please. I think Nook's got a plane now. We've made him rich.
Oh, we
have made him so rich.
Did I see replanting of trees?
Mm-hmm.
You did. Digging up an entire tree.
And did I see the crafting of tools?
Mm-hmm. Ooh. You did. A lame axe.
So this
or
is
a weak axe. No, a lame axe.
I think.
A weak axe?
So,
I don't know.
Is this really the first Animal Crossing that reacts to and exists in a post-Minecraft world?
I guess. Yeah.
What?
New Leaf certainly was after Minecraft, but it didn't feel like informed by or influenced by Minecraft in any kind of way. You know?
Yeah.
Just like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was definitely the first post Far Cry, the first reacting to Far Cry Zelda. I looked at this Animal Crossing trailer and I'm like, this feels like Animal Crossing of all series is moving forward, and I'm really excited for it. I hadn't even considered that. What does it look like when Animal Crossing changes and grows, and not just in superficial ways. So that seems kind of exciting. Looking to see because people use Switches very, very differently. Some people always use their Switch as a handheld. Some people always use their Switch in front of their television. Some people mix and match. Wondering to see how they customize the experience to reward different playstyles with the game. Because you certainly don't want people to feel like they have to play in a way which is uncomfortable or not normally how they consume the game to get the most out of it. If you're a person who normally plays on your television and there's stuff that you can really only do if you're playing on the go with short sessions frequently, how do you make sure that person has the best experience possible, while still not holding back the folks who do like to play that way? These are problems they really haven't had to solve yet for Animal Crossing because they've never had a game that requires daily check-ins available for a hybrid platform before. So that's That's interesting to me. Did either of you guys see stuff in the treehouse later on that kind of spoke to that?
I didn't get to see the treehouse portion of Animal Crossing.
But also,
So I will comment on Saturday or whatever.
I didn't watch the treehouse,
Wednesday.
but I feel like Animal Crossing, while generally people do sit down and play it for hours, I think it does give way to like bite-sized sessions, just by like interacting with your neighbors and like talking with people every day, like building those like relationships with the characters, or doing little things like maybe I'll catch this bug today, or I'll go fishing, or I'll go hey, I found this fossil, maybe I'll turn it in, or maybe I'll sell it. Who knows what happens? I don't know. I feel like you can get little bits out of Animal Crossing, although people tend to play for long periods of time, but I don't think you lose anything without playing long periods of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Animal Crossing is one of those games that, like, I felt like because it was like, these are, like, the 6 things I want to make sure I do in this game, like, I could sit down, do those 6 things, and then move on to something else. It wasn't like, all right, I have to sink a minimum of an hour in here, or I'm not getting anything done.
Right.
You know?
Then there was a sizzle reel. And I think I got everything in the sizzle reel.
I did get everything in the sizzle reel.
Okay. I'm showing that there was Dead by Daylight was in the sizzle reel.
Yes.
Which looked remarkably better than the last time they put it into a direct. The last time they put it in a direct, it looked like a nightmare pile of shit. And I was like, why in the fuck is this in a direct? This looks terrible. This is like the worst possible thing you could put forward to your audience, like Nintendo. Like, why is this on a direct? So, like, obviously the year away and the time they've had to polish this has been beneficial, because this looks like a much better game now.
Dead by Daylight isn't even the first game they showed in the sizzle reel. But I agree. Like, it definitely needed that time in the oven.
Yeah. See here, Stranger Things 3, the game.
Uh-huh. Yep. July 4th release day.
Yeah. Doesn't really do much for me, but I'm sure some people will buy it.
The people who are really into Stranger Things, I think, are going to be excited.
Yep. Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I think that was a gimme. I think everybody
knew that was coming. Yeah.
Yep. Just Dance 2020. I assure you that if a thing can play video games, Ubisoft will put Just Dance on it.
No, you are incorrect. Because Just Dance 2020 is not coming to the Wii U.
As evidenced by the Wii U sales numbers, the Wii U cannot play video games.
The Wii U can play video games. It's just that the Wii and the Switch are better platforms for it. Because they have just the 2 controllers that you can motion with. Anyway.
A pair of Microsoft titles in the form of Minecraft Dungeons, which I believe that when we saw Minecraft Dungeons, we were like, that looks like it'd be perfect for Switch. Apparently Microsoft agrees.
Yeah, Microsoft knows.
As well as New Super Lucky's Tale, which is another Microsoft title that looks like it absolutely belongs on a Nintendo platform. The Ni no Kuni remake or remaster.
For Wrath of the White Witch.
Yeah, did they call it a remake? Was that word said, or is it remastered?
I think it's just remastered.
Okay. Wait, didn't Ni no Kuni come out? Oh wait, did it come out PS3 or PS4? Okay,
PS3.
Think that's probably just like a port.
Feels likely.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything on it. It just says Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. Bandai Namco Entertainment in America Incorporated, September 20th.
Catan. Which I think is a good fit for Switch. Sinking City. That surprised me. I don't think that had been announced before.
That looks interesting. I'm invested in Cthulhu. Let's see what's up. What up?
Also, it was good to see I think that the publisher, who's publishing Sinking City? Is that THQ Nordic or is that somebody else?
Let me check. I'm trying to figure out where it was in the slide part. Was it pre-Catan? Oh, is that it? Nope, that's Dying Light. I'll find it.
But it was more evidence of like third-party support, which definitely needed to be part of this presentation. So I thought that was like good to have in there. Also, the giant fucking surprise that Alien Isolation is being ported to the Nintendo Switch.
Yep.
I really hope that game finds an audience on this console.
Sinking City is Frogwares.
Well, that's the dev, but not the publisher. Frogwares is the dev.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I
So we will figure it out, gentle audience, or you can tweet us and tell us we're idiots, and then tell us who published it. Hollow Knight, Silk Song.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, but we already knew about that.
Mm-hmm.
Dauntless coming to Switch.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big get. I think that's a good one. Because we don't have the current Monster Hunter for all the Monster Hunter nerds. But isn't Generations like old style Monster Hunter where you're like going from like loading zone to zone so on? Okay. And do you think that? So who's buying Monster Hunter Generations? Is it existing Monster Hunter nerds or is it people who came in with Monster Hunter World? Okay. We had the Bethesda games, Wolfenstein Youngblood and Doom Eternal.
Mm-hmm.
And also Elder Scrolls Blades. So like heavy representation by Bethesda.
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss anything in the sizzle reel?
My friend Pedro.
Oh, yep.
620.
Yep.
Ba-dum-bum-bum. Dead by Daylight, Alien Isolation. Yep. And Super Mario Maker 2 is in there. But we already knew Super Mario Maker 2 was coming because it's releasing in 2 weeks.
Yep. And they put out a Super Mario Maker 2 focused direct to satisfy nerds like me instead of spending 40 minutes on it today. Again, good on them. Good on them. Then they trolled us hard. They trolled hard. Guys, what do you think about this little duck hunt joke?
I thought it was good.
I thought it was cute.
Yep. Super good.
They got my friend real hard, too, and I was laughing. I was laughing so hard at her expense. Because I'm like, they're not going to do that and then not put him in. Like, please.
Yeah.
But she was like, no. She was like, oh! And then she got all sad. And then, like, as soon as they actually revealed, like, yeah, Banjo-Kazooie is totally in Smash as the next character who will be coming in the fall, she literally burst into tears. It was amazing. They played with her emotions hard. I have a question.
Yo.
Since now we've got this nice HD render of Banjo-Kazooie, are we getting Banjo remastered?
That's coming on, like, Microsoft systems, I think.
I wonder if it'll also come on Switch systems, like, at the same time.
Oh, man.
Simultaneous release. Like what they usually do with, that other guy. You know, that other guy who didn't show up this week. You know the guy. Sony.
Oh, yeah.
You mean those guys?
Y'all didn't go in on my bit. The guy, Sony, please.
Tegan, I'm sorry. I wasn't aware there was a bit. I didn't receive the bit memo.
I never received the bit memo, and I always go in on the bits.
I forfeit my bit license.
It's fine.
I forfeit my bit license.
Only I can bit now.
God. And then, like...
And then they killed me, and then they straight up fucking murdered me.
And the grand tradition of E3, which is when somebody who's doing a presentation says, and one more thing. And...
I have to say, when they were like... When they went in for the one more thing, like, the guy, the presenter, he leans in, he goes... But really, like, I have one more thing to show you. Like, it's a big secret. And when he, like, leaned in, I also leaned in. I, like, crouched down and leaned into my screen, like, yes, what's the secret, Nintendo? I will keep the secret, please. And then they fucking murdered me. Dead. Dead on the floor.
Rip Tegan.
Dead on the floor. So, in the first... So, like, we're watching it, right? We're watching it. As soon as it gets to, like, there's this weird spiral of, like, green things, and it goes down to, like, the red and black on the floor. I was like, fuck, is this a Zelda? And then I was like, no. Swallow those emotions, Tegan. Don't get excited. Don't do that to yourself. Calm yourself. And then, like, 2 minutes later, like, not even 2 minutes later, that's a lie. Like, 4 seconds later, this torch comes up, and I see that art on the wall, and I was like, is this a Zelda? And then I was like, no. Stop. Breathe. And then they showed Zelda! Unlike an elephant? What is this elephant? I don't recall ever seeing a fucking creature that looks like this in Breath of the Wild, and I've literally goddamn walked everywhere. I have hunted for this creature, and I don't see it anywhere in Breath of the Wild. Where did it come from? What other lands are we going to be able to visit? Who fucking knows? But there she was, sitting on the back of it, and I was so excited! That's
how I remember it happening.
Sorry, I said I got it all out of my system earlier, but I lied because now she's there. She's there. She's beautiful. She's got short hair and she's so cute. Oh my god, she's got short hair and she's so cute. I can't. I love her so much. What is Demise doing? Is it Demise? Is it like proper Demise? Or is it like, is this some previous incarnation of Ganon? Like, the theories are already fucking flying and I cannot contain myself. Someone's saying that this is actually, like, Link wasn't the original hero. This, like, mummified man was. And it turns out that the reason he was the hero was he became the vessel to trap, like, Ganon, Dark Ganon Demise in. And he was just, like, fucking sealed away under the castle. And, like, that's it. All right, problem solved, right? I'm dying. I'm so dead. Like, you don't understand. Why is the Gerudo symbol on his tabard when there aren't, like, is this old Ganon? Is this old withered Ganon? Was Ganon the original hero and now Link's the hero? What happened? Whose mystical magical arm is this?
I think it might be Ganon. I'd be really interested to see if, like, Ganon did have or Ganon, before he became Calamity Ganon, actually had a relationship with the Hyrule Court in a similar... Yeah,
like
or even,
Ganon?
like, in a similar vein to, like, A Link to the Past and or Ocarina of Time, where he was, like, affiliated, and then he went mad with, like, the Triforce of Power, and then we're just, like, doing the Ganon retrieval arc. That could be cool.
This is, like, pre-corrupted Ganon, and he's actually corrupted because, like, as soon as he sees her, he's like, you fucking abandoned me here for centuries, you bitch! And then goes and kills her. God, I'm in. I'm so in. I can't help it. I'm ready. My body, ready. And did I not say that, like, man, you know what? Nintendo's gonna show us a little bit of Zelda. We're gonna get like a title card and nothing else. We got something worse than a title card and nothing else. We got a teaser trailer and no further information and no name except it's a fucking direct sequel to Breath of the Wild. So guess what? You gotta fucking play Breath of the Wild now, you absolute shitheads. Oh my god. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm sorry. I said I was done and I'm not. I can keep going. Please stop me.
I really liked how dark it was.
The darkness was good.
Yes.
Yeah.
The darkness was top tier.
And stuff like the backmasked music in the trailer, I think added like a very definite like dark flavor. I was like, shit, this is some David Lynch ass shit in my Zelda trailer. And did anybody else get like strong Majora's Mask vibes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not too many Zeldas we have that are like direct sequels.
Yeah, it's only a handful.
I want to know if like what sort of things, like, how do I want to phrase this? If you have Breath of the Wild save data, will that data be implemented in this game? So if you got all the memories of Zelda, so like at the end, like you get the hug or whatever, like does that affect how your relationship with Zelda starts? Or is this like far enough past that doesn't matter? Is Terrytown going to be there regardless of whether or not you built it or not? Like, God, I just want to eat this trailer. I just want to eat it. I'm going to do like some jawline analysis later.
Jesus.
Don't understand. I'm into
Wait,
this.
what?
Jawline analysis on this mummy thing to figure out which fucking tribe it's from.
See, Tegan is a Zelda anthropologist.
I have a problem. If I could get my degree in The Legend of Zelda, I would. Hylian studies, yes. I have studied the Hylians.
How long do you think until we get this game?
This fucking mummy dude. Yeah, like 3 years.
You know what, guys? I gotta be weird. I don't think it's gonna be anywhere near that long.
You think it's gonna be 2 or 1?
I think that
Don't say next year. Don't fucking
year.
tease me with that.
I think we
no
got 12 to 18 months.
I'm thinking they're gonna release it. I don't think this is gonna be a holiday one. I think it's gonna be like when the Switch launched, and it's gonna be like
Q1.
an end of Q1 sort of deal. I'm thinking March.
Holiday 2020. Book
What?
it.
But like,
God, I don't think so.
Metroid's already
I don't
like
think
in
so.
the chamber.
I think. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I don't think Metroid's far enough.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
they had
March-
to restart Metroid.
Yeah, they had to completely restart it.
Yeah,
they
they
would have said
threw out
something at
everything.
E3 about it if they had
Yeah.
anything like remarkable to show.
And remember that, you know, after Breath of the Wild was released, it did not take long. I think that that Aonuma said, like, within a month of release of Breath of the Wild, that they were working on the next Zelda. Like, it was just like an interview.
Yeah, that they mentioned like they were already planning it or
Right.
whatever. I'm thinking, I'm going to say March 2023.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm
yeah,
going to say
nowhere
March
near that far off.
2023. I'm going to say March 2023 because March 3rd, 2023 is a Friday. And that's the closest exact time frame to when Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild came out. Within the next couple of years. And I could see them fucking pulling that shit off.
No way. Nowhere near that long, because at that point, the Switch is 6 years old. And this is to keep Switches selling software.
God, I can't wait.
Yeah, like this is a game which is already significantly into its development cycle. Like, if you think about that the very first trailer that we got for what we would later come to know as Breath of the Wild, it was very like light on anything that could be interpreted as actual in-engine stuff. Like, it was just
the only thing we got was like bullet time of Link shooting a bow and being chased by one of those giant monsters.
Right. And things that we know about this game that are different than Breath of the Wild. We know that they are using the Breath of the Wild engine. So they did not have to develop a physics engine from the ground up for this game. The engine is already done. And we know that building the engine is the most time-consuming part of the process. We also know that because of this being a direct sequel to Breath of the Wild, that they're able to use a lot of assets that already exist. Like, we know that there are things that they can use that customers won't bat an eyelash if they see. Like, if they use this tree or that mountain, nobody is going to shit on them because of the fact that it is an understood sequel which takes place in the same version of that space. Like,
right.
So we have an existing engine, we have an existing asset set, and we have a company.
Got an existing map. They can use the whole map.
Oh, absolutely. And also, like, I mean, lest we forget, Majora's Mask is just the fucking Ocarina map rotated 90 degrees.
And they didn't even have to do that with this one.
Right. So again, like you said, Tegan, they don't even have to do that with this one. So we have a company which is strongly motivated to replace what would have been its tentpole title for next year. Metroid, they had to restart from scratch. We know they've been working on this game since the day Breath of the Wild went out the door. So that means that this game is already 2.5 years into development. So this game is 2.5 years into development, which means that next holiday, it will have been a 4-year dev cycle for a game that already has an engine and already has a significant asset library available to it.
If next year they announce that this game is coming out in 2020, I will play some kind of punishment game. I'll play some hot garbage from Steam, or I'll eat something nasty. Well, I mean, a lot of foods are nasty, so whatever. But, like, I'll do something.
Yeah. God. Book it.
So many
fucking
questions.
Book it. Mark it. Put it down. Write it in y'all's diary. This game is coming out next year.
Like, I'll do it too, whatever. But it's Q1 2021 at the earliest. But I'm pretty sure this is a 2022 product.
I can't wait until you guys are delighted and you get this game so much earlier than you thought. Because much like I am happy to acknowledge when I'm wrong, I'm also happier than a pig in shit when I'm right.
I'm not gonna be delighted. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. I'm gonna McFreakin' lose it. I'm gonna be positively inconsolable. We'll have to wait a full 24 hours after the reveal announcement in order to record, because otherwise I'm just gonna be an absolute incoherent nightmare. And I'm gonna be doing live analysis, and I'm gonna have all of, like the Detective Pikachu where there's just like paper all over the floor and he's like, it's my filing system and everything's all great. Like, that's gonna be me. Except I have a very well organized binder of notes and theories already, so it's just going to be that spread out again with more
like Amy
paper.
Santiago.
It's going to be like watching Brian David Gilbert Unraveled live.
Also, that
but
sounds
it's
like
just
content.
me screaming.
That sounds like a thing we should probably record. We should have some microphones on that.
Yeah. I think it was an excellent direct. really, really good overall. I think it highlighted the benefits of coming strong, like and balancing well. Mm-hmm. I think if I were to build my tier list of E3 presentations this year, I think that Nintendo is definitely in the S tier. Like, an absolutely fantastic presentation. I was left with very, very few questions that I expected answers to in this presentation. That, like, I knew I wasn't going to hear word fucking one about Metroid because they had to restart. I was like, anybody who came to this expecting Metroid, you're foolish. Like, they had to start over. Like, there was never going to be any Metroid today. The two games I did expect to hear about today, which I didn't, were Pikmin 4. What's the poop? And Bayonetta 3. I expected to hear something on both of those.
I guess I expected something on Bayonetta 3, but I also wasn't surprised that, like, after seeing how much stuff there was in this, that she wasn't there. I could see the next, like, Nintendo Direct giving an update on that. You know, the next, like, one that's like, here's a bunch of, like, miscellaneous stuff that we've been working on, but we're not really far enough to warrant E3 coverage. You know?
So I think overall they nailed it. They really nailed it. Like, in a year that was a lot stronger than I think it had the right to be, considering where we are overall in the console life cycle. By all accounts, this should have been a bad E3.
You mean for Nintendo or just in general?
In general.
I mean, it was a bad E3 for a lot of people. It was a terrible E3 for Sony, God.
Well,
I'm so funny. But I don't think, like, Ubisoft was that great. Bethesda was a mess. Like, overall. I feel like part of the reason that Nintendo stands out so much is because we had so many, like, truly weak shows this year. Like, in a row.
I think the thing that really jumps out about both Ubisoft and Bethesda is that the stuff that stood out as really good at those shows was really good. And it's like, Jesus, guys, why didn't you bring more of that? Mm-hmm. You know, like, hey, guys, we're Bethesda, fucking Ghostwire Tokyo. And you're like, why didn't you bring more of that?
Yeah,
Ubisoft,
can I have more of that, please?
Yeah. Like, Ubisoft, here's Watch Dogs Legion, which could easily be the game of the year next year. Hey, why didn't you bring more of that? Like, it felt like those shows were definitely very weak when you looked at, like, the strongest things on them, because the other stuff was like, I've either seen a lot of this before, or this doesn't look particularly interesting. Like, fuck off with your Commander Keen mobile game, or fuck off with your, like, Tom Clancy's microtransaction Tom Clancy. Like, those just aren't very good. But, like, the strong shows this year were very strong. Like, Nintendo, very strong show. Square Enix was a mostly strong show with, like, negligible dips. Like, okay, like, Avengers isn't for me, but just about everything else on the show was really fucking solid. Microsoft, amazing show. Top tier, S tier. Fucking EA is a hole in the ground, but you know what, whatever. Like, it's what we expect from them at this point. And then the Google Stadia show, I think, did a good job of, like, establishing a feel for them as a platform. Now, I do want to call out specifically in terms of Google, after the shows that Nintendo and Microsoft put on this week, Google's going to need to hit me with another Stadia Connect pretty fucking soon. Like, they did a good job of establishing the platform in that Google Connect.
Yep.
But I think that they're going to need to, like, follow up on the reg like Nintendo, like, like 30 to 40 minute presentations where they're like, hey, here's what's up. Here's some games. Just give me those on the reg and we'll be fine.
I understand that, like,
Nintendo Directs are like 15 to 30 minutes pretty regularly.
This was 43 minutes.
This is also E3. This is also E3. Typical Nintendo Directs are 15 to 30 minutes because they want you to watch on your break or on your lunch.
So then Google can give me that.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
Yeah, as long as Google stays in touch, as long as Google keeps my phone number, then we'll be fine. Like, they got their presentation down pat. They got their messaging across in the first show. Just Nintendo and Microsoft had absolutely killer fucking shows. Rocky, what are your feels?
I like Nintendo's show about as much as I like Microsoft's. Nintendo's was more personal, but I feel like outside of that personality, or that, like, I guess that intimacy, there were a lot of gaps. Like, I understand that it's probably best that Animal Crossing gets delayed, but I'm still not happy about it. I was actually really expecting a P5R announcement for Switch, because that's something that's been pointed to for a while, and they hadn't said anything about it. And then outside of that, because I think, with the exception of the new Zelda game, I don't think they announced anything actually new or things that we didn't know were already coming. This was definitely a direct, as opposed to like, this is all the new stuff that's coming this year, because a lot of it we already knew about. It's just they gave us more information, and I think that's cool. I think that's something that they're definitely allowed to do. But I feel like in comparison to like Microsoft or even Square Enix, those two companies presented a lot more new things that were coming. And while I was definitely excited about the things that Nintendo decided to talk to us about, I knew that most of it wasn't exactly new. Like, there was stuff that was already like on my list. It's just now they're on my calendar.
Yeah. I wish I had done a tally on number of first-party Nintendo games shown in the Direct, because I did bother to do a tally on number of first-party Xbox games shown in Microsoft's Direct. There were 14 Microsoft-published games in
Tegan,
Microsoft's
how many first-party
show.
Nintendo games were in the Direct?
I'm looking. I'm actually not the one who should be counting this. Can I just ship you guys a list later?
I mean,
I just realized, like, I'm going through this and I'm like, I don't actually know what a first-party game is. Like, hang on. Wait a minute. I'm not the one who should be doing this. Can we go over that on Saturday?
We certainly can.
Cool.
We certainly can. So, y'all, I think this is it. And next time we gather, we'll be talking about all the other stuff that happened at E3 on Wednesday and Thursday, when like smaller publishers just get the attention of the press throughout the course of the day. I think we'll probably also talk about some of the stuff from the PC gaming show. How did E3 treat y'all?
It's not the best, not the worst. There's some good stuff, and then there also wasn't.
Today, my crops have been watered, my stomach has been filled with the best possible food, and I'm set for the next couple months at least on serotonin. So I'm good. But, like, Nintendo always does this for me. They're so kind. They're so generous. I love it. But I had, like, overall, I think I had a good E3. It feels weird not having anything to say about Sony, though. Weird. They're doing a state of play, right?
I don't think so.
No.
What?
Yeah.
When's the next state of play?
I mean, traditionally, the next time Sony gets on a stage to talk to people is Paris Games Week.
The fuck? When's that?
Let's find out when it is this year. Paris Games Week. October 30th.
What?
Yeah, they're going to need a state of play in between now and then. They really are.
I thought there was something next week. I don't see anything about it, though, so
No.
obviously.
Yeah, no, like, it's... I think it just has to do with where Sony's resources are at this point. Like, they obviously have so many resources already into the PS5 ecosystem that they just don't have much of anything left to show for the PS4. And so if they don't want to start messaging yet about the PS5, like, how many first-party games do they have left to talk about? They've got Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and I think that's fucking it.
But there wasn't anything about The Last of Us Part 2. Nobody talked about it.
Well, I mean, yeah, nobody would because it's a first-party Sony game.
Right,
So
but, like, they had that huge-ass trailer last year. What the
at
fuck?
their show, but they didn't have
Yeah.
a show this year. Like,
What
they
the-
sat it out.
What the fuck? This feels wrong.
You know, like, they did not want to be compared this year to other people who are going to bring more stuff. You know, all they have left to show for the PS4 is, Dreams, Concrete Genie, Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and Death Stranding. I mean, I if it had been me, I would have shown up. I would have done the same kind of thing they did last year. I probably wouldn't have fucking taken people from 2 different buildings. I would have just stuck them in a single room. Would have been like, hey guys, look, Kojima. Here's a fucking orchestra. Go wild. Look under your chair. You'll find a copy of something.
Considering how E3 actually played out, if I were Sony, I probably wouldn't have shown up if I had the choice. Because, like, pretty much everyone else, with the exception of, like, Square Enix and, like, the core fan bases of each, like, particular, like, company, like, the people that are getting the most buzz are Microsoft, Nintendo, and Google, who wasn't even fucking there. Like, I would hate to be that person if I was Sony. I would just be like, yeah, we weren't there either. That's it. And, like, we'll talk to you guys when we have something to talk about. I'd rather not be there and say that than be there and get roasted with, like, Bethesda and EA. Like, holy shit.
I mean, true, but at least they could say, like, hey, like, we're not even doing a state of play this time. Like, we're gonna wait until we have good stuff to show you. But they haven't said anything.
Yeah, they're not messaging right now. They're definitely playing it really close to the vest.
At some point, they need to talk to us about what their fall lineup is. Like, we know that Death Stranding is in that lineup because we have a Death Stranding release date, but you know they haven't told us when Ghost of Tsushima is coming out. We don't know when Concrete Genie is coming out. Like, they haven't messaged on, like, when is the timetable for any of this stuff. And I have to wonder, like, if any of that stuff is scheduled to come out next year, like, it feels like anything which is going to come out next year is probably going to die because
there was nothing to say on it.
Yeah, you know, like,
because we got no info. So Death Stranding is coming out November 8th.
Yeah.
And you said the French
Paris Games Week.
Yeah, Paris Games Week was when?
October 30th to November 4th.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they have to get out there in front of us before then.
Is it weird that I'm like November 30th or October 30th to November 4th is like, wow, that's the time to build the most hype because then you're going to kill your day one sales?
That does make sense. But, you know,
that makes sense,
with,
but like
Modern Warfare, the second, I guess, and Death Stranding.
No, just Modern Warfare. It's just Modern Warfare. No.
Well, I mean, like, it's the second Modern Warfare. Or
It's the prequel Modern Warfare. It's Modern Warfare, the pre-sequel.
There it is. They just need to have a dumb name. Now,
But, Call of Duty is... If I was Activision, I'd be real raw. Because Activision pays real money to Sony for that co-marketing agreement. And generally, since they have gotten into that co-marketing agreement with Sony, they've had time on the Sony stage at every E3. Mm-hmm. Because Activision doesn't hold their own press event. And so, like, entering into the co-marketing agreement is a way to put a lot of eyes on COD every year when that time comes.
COD. There was no COD. No,
right, because
there wasn't
Activision
COD.
doesn't hold a fucking event. Activision doesn't have a press conference.
Right.
And generally, the place where you see COD is whoever currently has the co-marketing agreement.
Right.
When
now
when Microsoft had the co-marketing agreement, it'd be on Microsoft stage. Now Sony has the co-marketing agreement, but there was no Sony stage, so it was an E3 without fucking COD. I guess E3 currently ongoing without COD. Like, yeah.
What was it that Microsoft showed that they said something about boots being on the ground, and I was like, please don't. Please don't. We already know they're on the ground. What did they show? What was it?
I don't think that they used those words. I don't remember those words.
There was something. Somebody said something, because I tweeted about it right after it happened, and I don't know who it was. Because I was so mad about it. Was it? God, that's
yeah. Because we did just have the Activision event where Activision was telling us about Call of Duty Modern Warfare, where they did use those words.
My least favorite words.
And Sony's also announced that they're not going to have a PlayStation Experience this year either. The show that they traditionally hold in December, which is like a first-party fan show where they cram a bunch of Sony fanboys into a venue, and they're like, hey guys, stuff. So, and they didn't hold one last year. And so no PlayStation Experience, no E3 presence. They skipped Paris Games Week last year. I mean, they definitely have like tightened up and have gone dark. And it's because we are getting to that time in a console's life cycle. But they still have shit to get out the door.
It was Ubisoft. It was during Ubisoft's.
Okay.
It was during Ubisoft's press conference, because I'm looking at my Twitter, and it's there's Bam Bam. Oh, what a good dog! And then right afterwards, no more boots, please. We already know they're on the ground. And it was because somebody said whoever was talking said, like, you got to pull yourself up by your boots, and I was like, no more boots. There we go. Sorry, that was driving me nuts. Anyway, no continue.
Well, I guess we will see you guys next for we will next record, I think it's either Friday or Saturday, where we'll wrap up E3 coverage, talk about stuff that hadn't happened by today, Tuesday. So we'll cover the last 2 days of the show and talk about PC gaming. Any closing thoughts?
I guess now my closing thought is, the fuck, Sony? Just the fuck. I feel like I'm being lied to. Does that make sense? Like, you know when the adults, like, when management knows something that you don't know, and it's something that definitely people are in trouble about, and probably you're in trouble about it too, but they aren't telling you what it is. They're just, like, mad at you for no reason. This feels like an abusive relationship. This feels like this is like an emotionally abusive relationship, and I'm not into it.
Just give us a call. We miss you.
Don't give me a call. Shoot me a fucking text and tell me why you're pissed at me, you fucks. God.
Rocky, take us off.
This is our show. It's Impossible Coin. We do it every week. We're doing it 5 times this week, so, you're welcome. If you like what we did, or even if you didn't, feel free to let us know. You can leave a note or a review wherever you found this podcast, whether that be on iTunes, on Google Play, on Stitcher, or Spotify. No SoundCloud. We don't do SoundCloud. We have music at the beginning and end of this podcast. It's produced by our friend Big Soch. You can find his work at soundcloud.com/BigSochNJ, or you can follow him on Twitter at Hillary_Swank. You can also find the artist that made our logo and our t-shirt, Lauren Moran, on Twitter at Lauren Moran. And she also has a Patreon. She does some good work, so maybe throw a couple bucks her way. She deserves it. We are also on social media. Brian's on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. Tegan's on Tumblr. And it's all Impossible Coin. And that's us, I think. Right?
That is accurate.
Peace. Later.
Bye.
You suck.